Hey everybody, I hope you have a guitar near you with a set of 10 gauge strings on it, because if you do, go grab it now. I'm going to show you how to play drop B on light gauge strings and how absolutely awesome it sounds. Here we go. Alright everybody, before we get into this, let me plug one of my guitar courses real quick. If you like what you're hearing here and if you like my style of soloing, that style of playing is totally learnable. Check out my melodic soloing guitar course, the description down below. Maybe it's for you. That's where you learn the style of playing that you just heard. But now for the topic of the day, drop B tuning on a traditional Tele with light gauge strings. What is all the fuss about? So drop B tuning, let's get this out of the way first. What is drop B tuning? It's a standard E tuning, so it's E, B, G, D, A. You're only tuning the low E string to a B, which sounds amazing on its own. Some people call this a drop B tuning, me included. Some people don't like it because they think it's misleading. You can call it the Soundgarden tuning. What it basically is, it's a baritone tuning without the E string. So you could also say it's kind of like a bass string playing on the bottom and a guitar playing on the other 5 strings, which is what makes it so magically sounding. So if we're taking the example that I just showed you in the beginning, what I'm doing here is basically having a bass section, then I have some notes on the top, so it's like a full band is playing. Now, why would I use a normal set of strings here, like regular 10s, when I tune the E down to a B? Because a lot of guitar players would say, well, that's way too flubby for me. It actually is not. It actually is great for that tuning. Part of the charm comes from the flubbiness in that E string. Hear how that goes out of tune, like almost half a step? I think that's the great thing about it, because it makes the entire riff that you're playing wider, because it kind of choruses a little bit when you're playing. I like the flubbiness because it makes the entire sound wider. It just becomes a little bit more of a band playing together, where certain instruments are maybe slightly out of tune, but that chorusing effect that happens is just very, very nice to listen to. And then come to think of it, some of the coolest riffs ever are written in drop B. Think of Rusty Cage. In fact, the entire ending riff of Rusty Cage wouldn't be possible if the strings were super tight and fat, because you couldn't do the entire you need to be able to do this. Wiggle a lot on these low strings. Otherwise, the riff just doesn't come across. You need a slinkier set of strings to make this happen. Or just think of the mighty Mastodon. And as you can hear, the palm muting works just fine with that set of strings. It actually works so well that I recorded another riff with that exact setup where I'm chugging a lot just to show you how well that actually works. There you go. Man, chugging on an E string like that is just incredibly nice. What I did there was this. Just sounds so good with the Tele, because with the Tele, the E string, even tuned to a B, is still so percussive. So there's enough definition and attack still in that string, even though you're tuned that low. Maybe let's do one more thing. I'm going to show you something more melodic here. I want to do something where the bass line changes, but the melody on top stays kind of the same, because that's one thing that really works well with these tunings, when you can kind of simulate a bass on the low string and then you have a guitar melody on top. So let's try something like this here. See, that's really, really cool. Sounds like a bass on the guitar. Let's try something else. Man, I just went off the rails there. Sorry for that, but I was just inspired by the first riff and I just kept going and going and going. So that's also possible with drop B, getting lost in inspiration, which is a good thing, I guess. And there you go. Drop B, traditional Tele, light set of strings is all you need to get some really, really cool sounds that not everybody's doing, and not everybody sounds like that. It's a pretty unique sound, and if you're bored with your own playing, if you're bored with your own riffs, try this because it's amazing. It's a super, super cool tool for me. Maybe it is for you as well. I hope this video helped you out. See you in the next one. Bye.